Welcome to Open Enrollment 2022. It's that time of year to reassess your benefits and make sure they are still working for you, and to make any adjustments you need. It only takes a small amount of time to review your benefits and make sure they are right for you. As you know, DMBA is a nonprofit organization and is governed by a board of directors made up of leaders from the many organizations for which we provide benefits. A number of your leaders are also involved in the process of recommending benefit changes to DMBA, which they present to our board of directors. DMBA is truly governed by your employer. DMBA's benefit decisions are made with you in mind by those who are involved in the leadership of your organization. They care about you and your welfare. There are many examples that show how your employer is interested in supporting you beyond paying your salary. You have the chance to choose a health plan that meets your needs. The cost of medical care continues to rise, but DMBA and your employer are working to keep your coverage as affordable as possible and keep your family healthy and feeling well. Another example is that DMBA offers wellness programs to encourage you to stay fit and healthy, which meets our mission of helping you with your health and well-being. A key concern during the pandemic is your mental health. To help with this, your employer has provided an employee assistance program, which offers 3 free behavioral health counseling visits, as well as a number of other benefits. And of course, we have a wide network of mental health counselors and other providers who are contracted with your health plan to help you stay mentally and emotionally fit. Your employer also sponsors very generous retirement plans and supports a team of certified financial planners to help you make wise financial decisions at no cost to you. Preparing you for a dignified retirement is one of our primary goals. These are only a few examples of how your employer supports you in all aspects of your life. Because you are a valuable member of your employer's team, they are providing you with the best health care and financial assistance possible. Our goal is for each of you to have the financial means and health to serve others when you retire. DMBA has 4 health plans to choose from: Deseret Premier, Deseret Select, Deseret Value, and Deseret Protect. As you can see, the Deseret Select plan is only offered in Utah and Southeast Idaho, but the other plans are offered in every state in the continental U.S. We are happy to let you know that the only changes you will see on the health plans next year are some adjustments in the preventative services that are covered at 100%, and, of course, the premiums. If you are in California or Hawaii, you will be notified if you qualify to enroll in the local HMO. As you know, Deseret Premier and Select are both 90% plans, which means that after DMBA pays 90% of your medical expenses for services received from contracted providers, you pay 10%. Deseret Protect and Value are 70% plans, which means after DMBA pays 70% of your medical expenses for services received from contracted providers, you pay 30%. However, Deseret Protect has a $1,400 deductible that must also be met for most services before the plan begins paying. The biggest difference between Deseret Premier and Deseret Select is that Deseret Select's network is primarily made up of Intermountain healthcare providers, while Deseret Premier, Deseret Value, and Deseret Protect have Intermountain healthcare providers, as well as the University of Utah and Mountain Star healthcare systems. Of course, other providers are contracted for each of these plans, especially in areas where these providers are less prevalent. Please check the provider network before you decide to switch plans to make sure your preferred providers are included in the contracted network. Each of these plans has an out-of-pocket maximum that must be met before the plans begin to pay at 100%, excluding copayments and prescription drugs. The out-of-pocket maximum is shown in the 4th column. Make sure you become familiar with these limits so you know the most you would have to pay if you have a major medical event. The last column shows the very important limits on the mail-order prescriptions. If you are taking a medication on a regular basis, it can get very expensive. Fortunately, Deseret Premier, Select, and Value have limits on how much you would pay. Deseret Protect does not have a limit, and so you should weigh that into your decision if you are considering that plan. We are making some changes to our preventative services. We continue to adjust these benefits over time. Procedures like colonoscopies, well woman exams, mammograms, and many others are paid at 100% when they are preventative. We recommend you check with our member services team when you are taking advantage of necessary preventative services. Find a full list of preventative services after January 1st, 2022 in your updated summary plan description on www.dmba.com. We encourage you to take a look to see if there are any that affect you. It's important for all of us to stay on top of preventative services and screenings to catch potential health threats early. Now let's talk about premiums. In recent years, we have seen some increases in premiums, but this year, you may experience a decrease in some premiums. While premiums for Deseret Select and Deseret Value have increased modestly, Deseret Premier and Deseret Protect's premiums are lower this year. One of the interesting lessons we have learned from the pandemic is that healthcare usage is not as high as in other years. We hope you are staying healthy and safe during the pandemic and getting the healthcare you need. Notice how the premiums have seen modest changes. This table shows the premiums for single, double, and family coverage. This information is also located in your Open Enrollment page on dmba.com. There are many reasons why you might choose a healthcare plan, but generally there are 3 key questions to ask. 1. What are the benefits, and will this plan cover my needs? 2. What is the network of providers, and does this plan have all those whom I may need for health care? 3. What are the costs of premiums and out-of-pocket costs? One of the factors that is important to consider when deciding on a health care plan is what happens if you have a high-cost medical condition in a year that pushes you into catastrophic coverage with high out-of-pocket costs. After you reach your maximum out-of-pocket cost, your health care is covered at 100%. Prescription drugs are not included in this amount. Let's first look at an example for a family of 3 or more. It is helpful to look at it on an annual basis. You will notice that there is more than a $5,000 difference between Deseret Premier and Deseret Value annual premiums. That is a lot of money that you can save on premiums. But, of course, it is not all about saving money. You want to make sure you are covered if you have a major health problem. So let's see what happens if you had an $80,000 hospitalization. You were prescribed 3 medications that cost $400 or more a month, and someone else in the family broke their arm, which creates a new family member creating out-of-pocket costs. Now let's see how that compares. Actually, you will still pay less if you add the premium into the total. Additionally, it is important to remember prescription drug costs. In this illustration, you will see prescription drug costs in yellow. In this example, we are assuming someone is taking 3 prescription drugs, all by mail order. You can see that the prescription drug costs are lower in Deseret Premier and Deseret Select, and higher in Deseret Value and Deseret Protect. This is because the amount DMBA pays is higher in Deseret Premier and Deseret Select. Deseret Value's reimbursement is lower, but so are the premiums. If you take a lot of prescription drugs, it's worth it to look into Deseret Premier and Deseret Select. Deseret Protect has a more limited prescription drug plan than the other plans, and it does not have a mail order option. If you're interested in Deseret Protect, you might want to compare its formulary to DMBA's other plans to make sure it doesn't create any unnecessary prescription drug expense for you. Looking at the 2-party coverage worst-case scenario chart, Deseret Select again represents the lowest overall cost, but the premium is higher than Deseret Value or Protect, and lower than Deseret Premier. All of the factors we discussed with the previous slide are the same with 2-party coverage. Finally, looking at the single coverage worst-case scenario, Deseret Select features the lowest out-of-pocket cost, but Deseret Premier is close, although Deseret Premier's premiums are higher. Both Deseret Value and Protect are more costly in a worst-case scenario, but less expensive if you have a low-cost healthcare year because the premiums are lower. One thing to keep in mind is that Deseret Premier has a more robust provider network than Deseret Select. However, Deseret Select's network is strong too. The worst-case scenarios represent what would happen to you in a high-cost year. Remember, you also have to consider your health plan's network of providers and the plan's covered benefits. All three of the following questions apply. What are the covered benefits? What is the network of providers? And what is the cost of the premiums? These are questions you need to ask yourself and decide which plan is right for you. Sometimes people stay in the same plan year after year, letting inertia make the decision for them. But it makes a lot of sense to ask yourself these questions, evaluating your healthcare needs, and make sure your healthcare plan is doing for you what you need it to do. One last comment. If you stay healthy and don't use the plan a lot, you can likely choose a plan with a smaller premium. But the most important thing to remember is that these plans are here to protect you. Let's move on to dental coverage. We have some very good news. Dental premiums have decreased for next year, and there are no plan changes. Much like the medical plans, we have seen a slight decrease in usage the past year. Deseret Dental covers dental work at 50% for oral surgery, such as tooth implants, and 50% for restorative care, such as crowns and fillings. Deseret Dental has an annual maximum of $1,100 per person per calendar year. Deseret Dental Plus pays 80% for oral surgery and restorative care, with an annual maximum of $1,500 per person per calendar year. When you receive care from a contracted provider, you will not be billed more than DMBA's maximum allowable amount within the annual maximum. Both plans pay for 2 routine cleanings per calendar year with a $15 copayment. If you see a contracted dental provider for your routine cleanings, you should only be responsible for your copayment. If you live outside Utah or Southeast Idaho, you will use MetLife Dental. The dental benefits are the same except for routine cleanings. You will pay a $25 deductible for the year, and that will include the 2 routine cleanings. Please make sure you are using MetLife Dental providers to help reduce out-of-pocket costs. If you or anyone in your family is going to be needing orthodontic benefits next year, you might want to consider the Dental Plus plan. It pays a 50% benefit with a lifetime maximum of $2,000 per person, whereas Deseret Dental pays a 50% benefit with a lifetime maximum of $1,500 per person. Please keep in mind that dental hospitalizations and anesthesia need to be pre-authorized, and sealants are covered through age 15. Let's talk about your vision benefits with VSP. Your medical plan may cover 1 eye exam per year to check your eye health. If you need vision correction, you can enroll in VSP to have annual eyewear fittings. VSP provides 2 options with or without an annual eye exam. The VSP Basic option simply covers glasses or contact lenses. The VSP Premier option covers an eye exam in addition to eyewear, such as glasses or contacts. The basic plan covers glasses or contact lenses and is typically sufficient and cost-effective for those enrolled in Deseret Premier, Select, or Value. These DMBA plans cover a routine eye exam with a contracted specialist for a $35 copayment. Deseret Protect does not cover a routine eye exam. We would now like to remind you about DMBA's Living Healthy program. Part of DMBA's mission is to help you improve your health, and the Living Healthy Wellness program is one of the most effective tools we offer. First, you set a wellness goal every 2 months. You will choose 6 goals throughout the year. The 6 different wellness challenges focus on important components of wellness, such as physical activity, nutrition, getting appropriate sleep, managing stress, financial well-being, etc. The best part is you get to choose your 6 wellness challenges. You may track daily progress using any method of your choice. For each of the 6 2-month challenges, DMBA Medical Plan participants can earn a premium refund of $30 per challenge for a total of up to $180 for the year. At the end of each wellness challenge, make sure you go to www.dmba.com and report your results. The DMBA Living Healthy program also includes a health risk assessment. Just by taking your health risk assessment every year on our website, you can earn $70 toward your premium refund. By answering a number of simple questions, your assessment becomes a tool to help you better understand your lifestyle and its effects on your health. It helps you identify areas in your life you can improve, as well as reveal health risk factors you may not be aware of. We ask you to include important biometric information because these numbers can detect problems from the start. It's important to have this information on hand when you complete the assessment. Biometric information includes your blood pressure, blood glucose level, complete cholesterol profile, including your HDL, good cholesterol, LDL, bad cholesterol, and triglycerides, plus height and weight. Please keep in mind your assessment is completely confidential. It's just for you. But our wellness team is always available if you have questions or concerns about your individual report. You and your spouse can each earn up to $250 in premium refunds by participating in Living Healthy. That means your family can earn up to $500 each year simply by making healthy decisions every day. Let's shift now to the Flexible Spending Account Program. This is a federal program governed by the IRS that makes it possible for you to pay eligible expenses such as medical and dental copayments, coinsurance, over-the-counter medications, glasses or contacts, deductibles, and other eligible items. You can set aside from your pre-tax salary up to $2,750 to pay for eligible expenses and up to $5,000 for dependent care expenses. To see a more comprehensive list of FSA-eligible expenses, log into www.dmba.com, go to My Health, and select the FSA eligibility list under Flexible Spending. Here's how it works. Choose a dollar amount for the following year. The amount is divided equally among 24 biweekly payments and deposited into your FSA from your paycheck. You can choose to receive the Healthcare FSA benefit card, giving you fast and convenient access to your money. Pay for eligible expenses with your Healthcare FSA card or pay for them out of pocket and submit a claim online or by mail for reimbursement. Typically, up to $550 of your unused Healthcare FSA will automatically roll over to the next year. However, the COVID relief bill provides for the unlimited rollover of unused amounts from the 2021 plan year to 2022. Those unused amounts will be available for your use on April 1st, 2022. Please keep in mind that the unlimited rollover for 2023 may not apply to 2022's unused amounts. As an example, if you have $2,500 in out-of-pocket medical expenses and are in a 22.6% tax bracket, you can save $565 on your income taxes. Even if you pay no federal or state taxes, you can still save $191 on Social Security and Medicare taxes. Enter your annual FSA healthcare election and dependent care election online. Remember, dependent care is only for daycare expenses. It is not available to use upfront and cannot be added to your FSA benefit card. For more information on dependent care, please contact DMBA Member Services. Once you've finished making your elections for your 2022 benefits, click on the Confirm and Finish button, or your changes won't be saved. Some forget to click on that button, and the plan changes they thought they had made and the FSA election they choose aren't saved in our system. Please remember to click on this button. You will receive a confirmation email soon after confirming. DMBA does not disclose your personal protected health information without your express permission. If you would like other individuals, including your spouse or other family members, to have access to your protected health information, you must submit an authorization to use and/or disclose protected health information form to DMBA. Your dependents, 18 and older, must also submit an authorization form before you can access their protected health information. This is a good time to check your beneficiaries to make sure they are up to date. You'll want to provide a primary and alternate beneficiary for each account. You can check and update beneficiaries by logging into your DMBA account and selecting Beneficiaries under My Plans. Now, to summarize, let me make these points. Become familiar with the medical plan options and make the choice that is right for you. Don't hesitate to call Member Services if you have any questions at all. Review your beneficiaries to make sure they are current for your life coverage and retirement plan. Make sure you're covered with privacy authorizations. Confirm your medical, dental, and vision changes by November 5th. We encourage you to consider using a flexible spending account to decrease your spending on healthcare needs through tax savings. The IRS does not allow elections to roll over from year to year. You must enroll each year. Thank you for joining us today. We really do appreciate your time. Please call our Member Services team if you have any questions that we did not cover today. Most of all, stay safe and well.